Hey, you're watching Pilot Season. I'm your host and showrunner, Ryan Burkett. Pilot Season streams monthly on the Trident Network, a three-pronged, get it, entertainment company that streams live shows like this, web series and videos you can find places like YouTube, and podcasts of every single genre. Every episode of Pilot Season, we have a team of actors and a team of writers that collaborate on an original live sitcom pilot. The way that I think it should be done. I would like to challenge right now. I'm putting out a challenge to Big Hollywood. Come on here and see if you can create a sitcom. We've done this is our third season now. We're at this. We're doing it. We're doing it like nothing. It's the easiest thing in the world. Actually, it's not easy. It's very difficult because we put together a talented team. And it's all because transition, because I'm joined every month by the creator of the Trident Network, Val Agnew. Val, how are you tonight?
Hi, Ryan. I love the tone you've taken this evening. It's really fun.
I got a little I got a little worked up.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's worth being worked up about. This is a great show.
I do find that when I'm watching a regular sitcom, sometimes I'm like, oh, they made a mistake. um, Val, let us know what's new at the Trident Network.
What is new at the Trident Network? We're just plugging along. We're a little quiet because it's the holidays, but we still got all of our show slate going, and our podcast coming out, and our videos being released. So you got us on every single one of our three prongs. Get it? And you can check us out on all of the channels that I'm going to put in the chat right now. Oh, didn't work. I'll fix
Incredible.
it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Um, so Val, we're about to meet our teams. While we're doing that, we're going to need a suggestion from our chat room. We're continuing our series on buddy comedies. So we're going to need a couple suggestions. The way that we get those, we ask for how did the buddies meet and where are they now? And then our sitcom is set in now. While you're doing that, we're going to meet our two fabulous teams. One team, of course, is writers. I consider myself a writer. I respect them. I hold them so highly. As everyone knows, at pilot season, we meet the actors first.
Whoa.
Joining us for the first time, we have Scott Campbell. Scott,
Hello.
welcome to pilot season.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to do this.
Scott, since it's your first time on the show, we need to get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
What is your favorite sitcom?
My favorite sitcom, being a little bit of an improv nerd, is probably Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm a Larry David stan. He can do no wrong in my eyes. And the fact that they improvise all of that show every time they put one out I love it so much.
And it's been on for 20 seasons.
Yeah, I think it's like 20 years. I mean, they had a little bit of a break, but yeah, it's a very long time.
Just like this show, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Scott, follow-up question. If you could live in any sitcom town, which one would you pick?
Oh man, what a great question. I think probably Springfield, right, with The Simpsons. I think that'd be a very fun, absurd world to live in and experience on a regular day-to-day basis. Very silly.
Yeah, I love that. Also joining us for the first time, we have Harrison Lott. Harrison, welcome to
Hi.
Pilot.
Hi. Thank you for pilot.
Harrison, we need to know, what is your favorite sitcom?
I was thinking about this, and I think it is a tie between Veep and What We Do in the Shadows
Mm.
for
That's-
completely different reasons. But yeah,
But also they do like those do make sense together. Like
Yeah.
that's they sort of,
Both
depending
about
on
blood-sucking creatures.
they're both
Yeah.
about blood-sucking creatures. Let's get political tonight.
like vibes wise and mood wise, whichever one you watch first, the other one is going to sort of answer that question.
Absolutely.
Like ease you into a
There's
second.
resolution there.
Yeah. Harrison, follow-up question. If you could have any sitcom best friend, you could be a character's sidekick, someone's your best bud, who would you?
Um, I think I don't think it would be a good match, but it was the first thought was Niles Crane. Um, Only because I think it would be fun to see like the antics and the hijinks, frankly, that happen to him, but in real life. I don't think it would be like a good friendship, but I think you would witness like a lot of funny things.
That's a great answer. I do feel no shade to the Frasier reboot.
Have
You
not
got
watched it.
you got to have David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah,
I say just don't reboot it. Just give me Niles. Give
that
me
the Niles
Niles.
needs his own show.
Absolutely.
Much like Puss in Boots, he needs his own two movies.
Absolutely. Joining us again for I've lost count how many times. We have a real pilot season all-star on the acting team. We've got Jaclyn Sorci.
Hello.
Jaclyn, welcome back.
Thank you for
Um,
having me. I love being here.
we've talked to you a lot about sitcoms at this point, so we're gonna dig a little deeper. If you could adapt any movie into a sitcom, which one would you pick?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I think I'd like to see like a Star Wars slice of life kind of because I feel like we're getting a lot of spin-off content of Star Wars and frankly it's a little too much. But I would love it if there was just like a slice of life kind of almost like a husband and wife sitcom but it's like set in that universe. I think that would be fun and not and just like lower stakes but you just like happen to be in this like intergalactic world. I think that'd be a good one.
I love that. It's like Mad About You, but they're car floats.
Exactly. Yes. And like, yeah, there's like the Republic, there's like a lot of politics going on, but like, you know, they just got to get up and go to work and raise the kids.
That's fabulous. I love that idea. Let's meet our writing team. Joining us for the first time on the writing team, Mr. Dylan Doetch. Dylan, welcome to pilot season.
Oh my gosh, happy to be here, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
Dylan, it's your first time. We have to know your favorite sitcom.
Yeah, great question. I would say I'm a big Parks and Rec guy as a comfort show, and then I've been watching Cheers for the first time. I'm only on season one, so don't tell me if the two of them get together. Um,
Don't tell
but
me
have
if they will or if they won't.
yeah, I cannot find out now. Um, but I'm really there. I think there's real potential there to be favorite sitcom.
The eventually I will go back. I should have done this from the start and keep track of everybody's favorites. Those two do come up a lot. Especially the pilot of Cheers, I hear is people's favorite pilot a lot.
It's so good.
It's also a little bit surprising when you go back and watch the pilot that Diane is the main character of Cheers.
She's
Like that.
she's so funny, and I tried to watch it as a kid, and I just always remembered being like, well, everybody else is being so funny, and she's really like mad at them for being so funny. Not kind of understanding how like acting works.
Dylan, follow-up question. If you could do any sitcom job, like one of the jobs that the characters on sitcoms are doing, which one would you pick?
Oh,
Keep in mind,
so
you do have to do the job.
okay, I'm gonna be what does Urkel do? Kind of an inventor of like a cool machine. So I'll probably do that.
Okay. Yeah, it could be
And
his
if you want to ask me if I would do the job,
yeah, I mean you have to.
did I do that?
Very good. Thank you. Joining us again, another all-star. I mean, maybe into double digits. We have Jamie Patton. Jamie, much like Jaclyn, we have to dig a little deeper when we talk about sitcoms with you at this point. So I don't know if you've heard this, but coming up, there's a crossover between It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Abbott Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
If you could create your own sitcom crossover, which two shows would you pick?
Oh, geez. Really tough. Um, Oh gosh. Can I cheat and steal the Veep and What We Do in the Shadows? Can that
Absolutely.
that work? 'Cause,
Absolutely.
the more
Yes,
we
I
talked
see
about it,
that.
that makes perfect sense to me.
That's a great. I think that does make perfect sense. That's a great idea. I love the idea of it. The Veep characters more being absorbed into the What We Do in the Shadows environment. Like
Right.
it's What We Do
Absolutely.
in the Shadows, special guest stars Veep. That's fabulous. Also joining us again for multiple times, we have David Strugar. David, welcome back.
Howdy. Thanks. Glad to be back.
David, this is a thing I don't think I've asked you yet. Who is your all-time favorite sitcom character?
God, there are so many. Niles Crane has been mentioned. I think he's pretty far up there. I always like to bring up Mama's Family when I can. That doesn't get a lot of love. Vicki Lawrence is doing a two-woman show this week that I can't go to, where she's playing herself and Mama. I'm very disappointed to miss that. But yeah, I think I may have mentioned this last time, but I bought the whole series on DVD last year and watched it all through and realized that a lot of my verbal tics come from Mama for some reason. So yeah, we'll say Mama. I think more people should be aware of her.
Yeah, that's a fantastic answer. And it has come up on here before, but I'm pretty sure it was from you.
99.9% chance.
You're carrying the torch for Mama's Family, and you're doing the real work here, and we appreciate
Happy to
it.
do it. Happy to do it.
Val, do we have a suggestion yet?
We do. There were a lot of good ones today, but I think I'm actually going to go with the very first suggestion we got, which was buddies who met at clown college and now are accountants.
Oh,
Great.
Isn't that always the way?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to discuss this. Val, if you don't mind returning to our chat and see if we can get a title for buddies who met at clown college and now are accountants. So they went to a different college in between, I'm guessing. We're going to start with our actors. Scott, hearing that initial suggestion, what are some characters that you're inspired to create by this? Like, who are you seeing in your head amongst this friend group and their environment and coworkers?
Yeah, I feel like they're all either late 20s, early 30s, and like in my head, they're just like the different clown stereotypes. So maybe there's like an upbeat one, or like there's a sad one, and maybe there's a mime one that is just there for the physical comedy. But yeah, definitely probably big voices, or at least one of them has a big voice. And yeah, despite being in the accounting world, they find ways to bring their hijinks into the office
I
because
love
they just
that.
can't let it go.
Yeah, and with the different kinds of clowns, that's because they all had different majors.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Harrison, same
Yeah.
question. Any characters that are coming to mind for you so far?
Yeah, it was more about dynamics. Like I think I love that, and I also think it's fun if like maybe there's like an old like there's different levels of hierarchy too, and there's like a clown in management who's like also who's like given up, who's like trying to get them to be like true accountants. So that's what came to my head around it.
That's fantastic. Jaclyn, same question. Who's popping into your head so far?
I'm kind of picturing like a workaholics vibe where like they don't want to be here, but they had to get their grown-up jobs because the clown thing maybe didn't work out. And so, they're kind of like maybe ne'er-do-wells in the accounting office, but they get up to their hijinks and enjoy each other's friendship.
Absolutely. This is I'm getting some improv my neck is burning a little bit, and I feel like there's a little crossover. Let's check in with our writers. We'll start with Dylan. Hey, Val, am I frozen?
No.
Okay, my screen froze for just a second. Live TV. Dylan, are there any situations that you're thinking of for this sitcom so far? Any plots you see us getting into?
Yeah. I had a couple thoughts right off the bat of just like maybe like one of them wants to carpool and the other one is like, we can't do that because that's like a stereotype of us that we all kind of drive in the same car together. I also thought maybe like, somebody wants to bring in pies to the office and it's like, we really have to like be careful around these pies. Like this isn't like our school.
Yeah, we're professionals. I love that. Dylan, follow-up question. What's a location that we might see in this? Something specific.
Something specific. Can I say maybe a car lot to go buy a car?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check in with Jamie. Same initial question. Any situations that you're seeing for this? Any ideas for plots?
Just thinking of them trying to use the clowning to, they have, but in very serious situations, they have to do an audit. Someone's really not looking forward to it, but they're trying to make it like a fun audit, trying to take the dread out of it for the customers. But they're like, this is really serious, actually.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Like when clowns go to a hospital. Jamie, follow-up question. What time period are we set in? Is this the present day? Time in past?
I feel like it's present day because I feel like it's very much millennial, like tried to have their joy, their job, their passion, but now they're facing facts and having to join the real workforce and join reality. Probably move back home with parents. Yeah.
Perfect. Going with just like a box of clown stuff. Coming home with clown laundry. David, same first question. Any situations that you see these clown accountants getting up to?
Yeah, I mean, I see them struggling to integrate their old skills with their new skills, like, oh no, I've soaked all this paperwork in seltzer and we have to recover these numbers. I was thinking of what Harrison was saying, because I was thinking along the same lines. Like, I think any good buddy comedy has contrasting personalities. So I think there is a clown that's trying to play it straight and do things right. And there's the other clown who just still wants to hold on to it all. And his cubicle is decorated like a big tent. And he's always trying to drag his friend, shake him out of the office doldrums and keep the spirit alive. So yeah, I think they're trying to find a way to marry both families of skills that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. David, follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
This pilot it's getting the green light. We're gonna get a full season.
Yes.
You're the executive who signed this show. Let us know, like from a standards and practices point of view, what kind of network are we on? Do we have a laugh track? Are we adults only? What have you?
We are trying to bring back TGIF. So this is going to be on Friday nights. This is going to be a live audience. And the audience has been forewarned that anyone in the first 2 to 3 rows may be in the splash zone for cream pie and seltzer and squirting flowers. So, yeah.
That's fantastic. And I do just want to remind our actors and our writers, thanks to an ongoing, very generous grant from the Trident Network, several FCC fines have been paid in advance. So if there's any language that pops up, any F-bombs, any other kinds of bombs that are dropped, we're covered. Our sitcom is a TGIF sitcom, but pilot season is for adults. Um, Val, do we have a title?
So we have one. It's one of mine, so I feel a little bit weird, but it's juggling numbers.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
But we had a good one from Chris that I think would be a nice episode title, which is In the Red, in parentheses, Nose.
I was right behind that one. Yeah. So juggling numbers, pilot episode colon,
Yep,
in the red, parentheses, nose.
correct.
Okay. That sounds good to me. So we're getting ready to do our cold open. This is the quickest scene of the show. It's right before our opening credits. We're going to meet a few characters. We're going to hit a punchline, and then Val's going to send us to our opening credits. Actors, are you ready? Writers, I feel like we know what we need to do. Val, are you ready for the cold open of juggling numbers, colon, red, in the red, parentheses, no.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Gina,
Yes.
can you share that sheet with me? Oh, Gina, I need you to share the spreadsheet with me because Mark's been on my ass and he's telling me that I can't log in, and that's the first step into putting stuff into Excel. And then once you put stuff into Excel, then you have to like put in formulas. So just can you share it with me?
Okay, I'll email it to you. Do you like it's for tax season. I thought it would bring a little joy to the office.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Okay, well, anyway, I just sent you a Teams message and it has an attachment. It's got what you asked for.
Thank you.
I think my way was more fun though.
It was more fun. But mine made us more money.
Well, I remember when you didn't care about stuff like that.
You
I remember when
you guys, Mark is on his way in here.
Shit.
Gotta clean up your acts.
Shit.
Clean up your acts. Oh gosh, I knew today was gonna be one of those freaking days.
Opening
Everybody
credits.
hide.
All right. So we've met a few characters. We've also met a few fun props. I always appreciate those. Let's check in with our actors first. We'll start with Scott. Scott, the character that we just met right before the end of that scene, is this one that you think we'll be seeing throughout the episode?
I think so. I was trying to play it a little grounded, but also have like a sad clown demeanor. So maybe maybe that character we're kind of talking about keeping us on track because this is a job that we have to have. So yeah, maybe just that's what I was trying to do with it.
Cool. Yeah. And let us know. And this isn't something that has to come up in the episode, but just sort of for the writers and for the history of the characters, let us know something from your character's backstory, something from their history or a secret want or something.
I think my character's secret want is that he really wants us to go back to clown school. Like he does not want this job. But he's doing it because these are his two best friends, and if we're gonna do this thing, we might as well do it right, kind of thing.
Yeah, I do love the idea of clown grad school.
Right.
So I can get your degree. Harrison, same question. With your character, let us know if there's like a secret or something in their backstory that we should know.
I think they secretly wanted to be a normal actor and then got swept up into clowning with their friends. And so they feel it's like more of the social scene of clowning that they're into. And it's just like progressed into adulthood.
The social scene of clowning. I mean,
dude.
Um, Jaclyn, same question. Anything from your character's history or backstory that you'd like our writers to know?
Yeah, I think she's having a hard time with the transition because she really loved clowning, and that really was her calling, and that's how she shows up in the world. She doesn't have a good like, corporate face. Like she can't really turn it off, and so, she's doing her best, but she's gonna show up the way that she is in the world. So
I think that's a lesson we all need to hear, honestly. Um, let's check in with our actors, our writers rather. Dylan, we're getting ready for Act One of Juggling Numbers pilot episode. Where is our first scene located physically?
I'm gonna say the boss's office.
We're in the boss's office. All right. Jamie, how much time has passed between our cold open and Act One?
I think just a few hours because someone mentioned being tax season, and I love that we're like right in the thick of it, and it's going to be this is do or die time, and yeah, this is important. Yeah,
That's perfect. And David, give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in Act One.
Okay. My video's frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. A line of dialogue. Let the show begin.
Let the show begin. Actors, put that somewhere you can grab it quick. All right. So actors, you've got your characters established. Writers, we know what we need to do. Val, are you ready for Act One of Juggling Numbers?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's go.
So, you three know why you're in here.
I don't know. I actually no.
I don't know either. Is this about the spreadsheet?
Yeah, Gina, it's about the spreadsheet.
Okay, so the toilet's fine. We're cool with the toilet.
No, we had that repaired. We had that was
Okay.
taken care of over the
Cool.
weekend.
Sorry,
Mark.
one of the scarf things in my sleeve got in there and then down and
Right. And what's wild about that is it literally took the plumber almost like 20 minutes. He was just continuously pulling scarves out of the toilet. It doesn't matter. The spreadsheet. I asked
but it came out of
for
a different toilet, right?
That
not
was
a
pretty
plumber,
cool.
Mark. Not a plumber. We're not okay. Let's.
I don't even know how he did that one. That was pretty cool.
Okay, the spreadsheet. We were. I just asked for a list of all of our upcoming clients and their information so we could then review it this week. And all I got was I don't even know how to describe this. It's each cell is colored and it looks like just a giant car.
I actually have a revised version of it.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't, Gina, don't do it. Gina, don't do it. Gina, don't split. Oh,
That's for you.
Um,
That's all there. You can check my math. It's all there.
Gina, it's just a smaller car, and underneath it says "Let the show begin."
It's starting. Tax season. It's like our showtime.
If I told these guys not to do this. We can get it done by the end of the day. I swear. I just have had a lot going on at home. My cat needs to have its teeth cleaned, and I've been trying to do that on my own, and it's not going great.
That sounds really tough, but maybe like if you laughed a little might make you feel better. That's all I was thinking, just trying to bring some fun to the report and do
Yeah.
a good job.
yeah. John, come on, lighten up. Stop thinking
Well-
about the cat. Stop thinking about
Will laughter fix my cat's teeth?
Yeah.
Can the three of you stop
No.
talking about your cat, the report? Like, do the three of you live together?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We share a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
With loads of space.
Plenty for us.
But not one bed. We have two beds.
Yeah, for the three of us.
You have three. How do you decide who sleeps in each bed?
Well, I'm like a floater. I go between the two. So it's whatever I feel like that night.
And I stay
Uh,
on the bottom.
is
They're
it a
bunk
bunk? They are bunk. Okay, it's a bunk. Okay. Um, sometimes I like sleeping underneath the bed to be low to the ground because that's just how I feel. I don't
No,
even know how
that's
I.
so fucking sad. That
He's
was so
sad, but
fucking sad.
it's like it's okay because he's like our like Eeyore, and we love him anyway.
Yeah, but Eeyore's still funny. You're not funny anymore, John.
I you can find humor in grief. Um, sometimes I sleep in an invisible box. That's fun. That's funny, right?
Well, why are you still so sad? You know, we got these jobs, so you know, financially we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get out, we're gonna get a second bedroom and a third bed, I bet. It's only a matter of time.
I uh,
Oh.
ah, here, take your dang tissue. Can you guys just promise me that we're gonna take today? We're gonna get this spreadsheet together. It's gonna be not a small car, not an even smaller car, and we're gonna get ready because we got a big week. Tax season is upon us. And are you more scarves? How many scarves do you own?
That's like asking, you know, a woman her age.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Yes. You don't ask a clown how many scarves.
No, certainly not.
Everybody knows. We're gonna check in with our actors. I love that you guys got deep fast with this. We're really establishing some
It's a
stakes.
dark act one.
Right.
Um, we'll start with Jaclyn. Jaclyn, are there any other characters that you think might be coming up in Act Two?
I would love to see someone from their past life, from clown college or from the clowning world, who kind of knew them when they were full on clowns and now they've kind of sold out to this corporate job.
Yeah, that's always so embarrassing.
Yeah. Don't I
Um,
know?
Harrison, same question. Any new characters that you're thinking of, or even new combinations of characters that we've seen?
I almost like fish out of water in the reverse way, like seeing the boss somewhere outside of the office and like wherever they're taking him, like he's the fish out of water there.
Yeah, I love that. Scott, same question, and also nice job juggling two characters in one scene. Anybody else, or we have a third or a fourth character coming up?
I like the idea of someone from their past. Yeah, either a clown who's just crushing the clown game, making him real jealous, or yeah, maybe a thought I had for my character, whether it's so sad, is either um like they were recently broken up with, so maybe something like that, or yeah, something along those lines. So yeah, that's all I got.
I love that. Let's check in with our writers. David, we'll start with you.
Mhm.
David, what's next in Act Two? What are some plot lines that you'd like to see? Any twists from Act One?
Yeah, I really love what everyone keeps coming up with about like someone from their past. I think we're really veering into dramedy territory. It's very Very juicy. I was thinking another idea for someone they can meet from the past, like Scott was saying, is someone who's really successful. Maybe one of the people they have to audit uh, actually really hit it big and made their dreams like they didn't. And so they're helping this person do their taxes, and it's kind of humiliating for them. And this guy has just like the biggest clown car and like designer squeaky shoes and all of this. Yeah, and it's just and he like the success has gone to his head and he kind of treats them like dirt while they're trying to sort of like a party down vibe, like
Oh, true. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He's
like
been
they're
called up to the big top.
yeah, like they're just trying to get by and he's like living large.
Dylan, same question. Any plot lines or twists or anything you'd like to see in Act Two?
Yeah, I think maybe building on that same idea, I was thinking maybe that character they used to know from school could be a mime who hit it really big. And maybe he talks and he's like a loudmouth. So he just like is
Yes.
always talking all the time. And like maybe if he's famous, like people kind of know him as a mime who doesn't talk, who has maybe a French vibe, but maybe he could be like a real loudmouth asshole.
I love that. Jamie, same initial question. Any plot lines or twists or characters you'd like to see in Act Two?
I was also wondering about another like coworker in the office who thinks that they're really funny and like wants but did not go to the clown college and wants to be part of the bits and is always trying to start them. But I think that would be a realistic character.
Absolutely.
I feel like that character is canon in the life of this show.
Yes.
Like, the fantasy of this show through the seasons, that's a real person to me. Jamie, follow-up question. We heard, I think maybe the quickest we've ever heard a line of dialogue in Act One. So Jamie, give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in Act Two.
I told you not to open that drawer.
I told you not to open that drawer. All right, actors, you know what you need to do with that and in general. Writers, let's get ready. Val, it's time for Act Two of Juggling Numbers in the Red Nose.
Amazing. Let's do it.
Hey, Gut.
There's my favorite coworkers. You guys are the best.
That meeting went poorly, but I feel good about where our direction. I was looking at our calendar and our 1 o'clock is someone named it's Jeff Wayne. Isn't that the name of that mime that really blew up?
Gasp. Yeah. He blew up as the talking mime, and we kept saying like that's stupid, and he should shut up and do some tricks, and he just talks to everybody.
Really caught on. People love it. He
He's
wears
the most
stripes.
famous mime in the world.
All he does is talk and smoke. He doesn't even do any cool magic or bits.
Okay, anybody got a cigarette? Anybody got a cigarette? Okay, so when I was working at Costco, everybody was saying, no, Jeff's not going to sell a single fucking hot dog. But no, I worked that sample booth for 18 months, and I had people come up to me giving me Bulls tickets, giving me cabins in Michigan. So yeah, you're gonna like being a mime. Say it. You're gonna like being a mime.
Yeah, and we went out for a while and it didn't end that well, to be honest. He did a scarf bit. I'll just leave it at that.
Hey babe. Hey babe. Watch this. Watch this. You ever seen a mime swallow a whole scarf?
Ooh.
Babe, it's cool. Babe.
It's not that cool because you're supposed to not be talking. I mean,
Babe, I'm a mime. I have to talk.
I met you in our mime class. They were pretty clear about the talking thing. You're supposed to be like, doing the gestures to communicate.
I'm not going to conform to them. Oh, is that what you want in a guy, a conformer?
I guess not.
Exactly.
Well, I know you want to be different and provocative, but I just want a regular mime. Just somebody who listens and doesn't do all the talking.
Okay.
I feel like there was a wall between us.
No, there's not, because that stuff isn't real. And mimes are all focused on what isn't real. And what we really should be miming is good moments with friends, storytellers. That's what I want to be as a mime. I want to be a storyteller. I want to be a connector.
You just be a storyteller. I mean, I don't think people are gonna get this, I mean, I just don't want you to get out in the real world and fall flat on your face.
You don't want me to you don't want me to be your dad.
Right. My dad had a unique performance art as well, that he wanted to be a stand-up who didn't talk.
Yeah.
And
Bruce silent.
well, that's why I grew up in poverty, because people didn't like it.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't art.
I guess you're right.
Boo. Say something. Boo.
Sounds of
Why is he looking at his notebook?
Anyway, there's a lot of baggage. You know that, and you should have been kinder with my feelings. There is a real wall between us. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. And look, I think we should break up.
But I got us tickets to Cabo.
Cabo's no place for someone as pale as me. Just go without me, and when you come back, we'll talk through it.
Babe, I'm speechless right now, and that is not good for me.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is good for you. Maybe you need to think about things and where you're headed, because I don't think it's anywhere good, I'm going to be a big clown one day, and where are you going to be?
Carnegie Hall. 2023. By 2023, I'm going to be in Carnegie Hall miming to the Rockettes.
You've got to climb an invisible ladder to get there, and I don't think it's going to be possible. But look, I wish you all the best. I hope I'm watching you in Carnegie Hall. I hope, who knows, maybe I'll just be watching you on TV or on some stage someday. Okay, I know. Yeah, you do know how to do some of the traditional mime work.
Yeah, I went to the Croc school.
We all did. Okay, anyway, I guess I'll see you around.
I guess I'll see you around.
My stuff and go.
I always like you best when you use physical objects.
Anyway, there's just a lot of history there, so it's going to be tough.
No, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Because we're just here to do some work. We're here to talk about his taxes. But that's all we're trying to do.
I looked at the paperwork, and he's extremely rich.
Oh.
I got bad news. He's here.
I've seen him in like.
Oh, come on in, Jeff.
Oh my God, he's so much more fancy. Oh my God.
Come on in. You come on it.
Oh,
You
Hey,
come out
Jeff.
here.
Hi.
Hold on. I forgot my fancy jacket.
Oh, it's so cool.
That's it's bedazzled. That is that is fancy. And tails. And it, it's just real. It really dazzles. Do you remember me?
Huh?
Do you remember me?
You're
I'm the
so sad.
yeah. Yeah.
Here. Okay, I got this paper and it's everything I printed out. It's got like everything I've made this year and everything my assistant's made. She said to just hand it to you.
You
Um,
have an
Speak
assistant?
up like me.
You have an assistant? You made $30 million last year?
Real dollars, not fake money. Not my money. I'm talking my money, not my money.
is this all your receipts? Is this just one receipt?
Yeah.
This is gonna take us a long time, Jeff. I don't know what you've been buying. It says here you've been buying 1 million scarves and and it's okay, yeah, that makes sense. CVS.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had scarves.
Well, they do. And they also have a good milk section. And I got to keep my voice good before the shows.
You keep
How
your
much-
voice good with milk.
Yeah. It coats the palate.
What kind of milk do you drink?
Fairlife.
Nice protein milk. You did look buffer than I remember you.
Yeah.
Jeff, I know it's been a while, but I'm happy for you and your success, and I'm sorry I didn't see your vision.
Wait a second. Monica?
And now a
even-
word from our sponsors.
It was really, I'm standing, but metaphorically on the seat. First of all, the deftness with that flashback was really lovely.
Mhm.
We're gonna get into some things here before Act 3. I want to start with sort of a word from our sponsor. Val, would you let us know how people can support and interact with the Trident Network? Maybe how they could even like join it themselves.
Yeah, of course. So, Trident, we're all about trying to help people get their ideas to be a reality, not just an idea in their head. So, if you have an idea for a live show like this one, for a podcast, or for like recorded content that would come out on our YouTube channel, be that a web series or just sketch videos or something unique that we haven't thought about before, like a talking mime series, we would love to chat with you about that. If you don't have any ideas for content yourself, but you want to support what we're doing, you can become a subscriber here on Twitch. You can become a Patreon patron, or you can buy merch from our merch store. Any of those ways would support what we're doing here and keeping this platform going for all the people who, like Ryan, who are making really cool stuff here.
I just want to jump in and say one of my favorite pieces of merch on the Trident website is the apron.
Ah, yes. We love an apron.
I think it's very fun. So we're about to do the last act of Juggling Numbers. We had a really nice act 2. I just have one. I'm gonna go off book for 1 second because I have to gossip for just a second. I really loved the endless clown CVS receipt. And it always reminds me when I was in the writing program at Second City, I wrote a joke, a very obvious, like stupid joke about how long the receipts are at CVS. And I got the note that it should be changed to Walgreens. And I asked why, and they said there's a Walgreens beside Second City.
Oh.
Okay.
But the receipts are short.
Anyway,
Did that person work for Walgreens?
I will
And
never.
everyone coming to Second City has only been to Second City and never
They've
been
only
Right.
to
seen
anywhere
things
else.
about
Never
that
existed
stuff.
in the world anywhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people think that you give a note and people it goes over your head. I have never forgotten it. Going into Act 3, let's check in with our actors. We'll start with Jaclyn. Jaclyn, at the beginning of the episode, we talked about your characters, like backstory and history. Is there anything from that that is like developed more, or anything that's changed for you?
I think this failed relationship and seeing this ex be successful just kind of motivates her. I think she wants to head back to clowning. I don't think accounting's working out for her. So she might need it right now to pay the bills, but I think there's more clowning in her future.
I hope so.
Me too.
Scott, same question. Has anything changed for your character, or even gotten like more enforced and deeper?
Yeah, I think the arc of this episode for this character is like, oh, Jeff Wayne is back, but maybe if Clown School is going to happen, maybe he can latch on, or maybe this cool guy who's doing the thing that he wants to do will take him under his wing. So I think I was just trying to lean into that at the end of the last act, and I think that's kind of where he's headed if we continue this way.
I love that. Harrison, same question. Anything in your character's backstory that's changing, or that you were wrong about, maybe? And this could be for either of your characters, including the famous mime.
Thank you. Jeff. For my first character, I was like, oh, I think he's a little bit like, wow, this is like clown drama, and we don't have this in acting school. Like, we actors don't.
Uh-oh.
I think we.
Yep.
Oh no.
I think Harrison's just doing a really good mime impression.
Yeah, he's
right.
actually.
crushing it right now.
He's
It's
so
like
well.
really
The
spooky.
talent.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Like that.
Oh, you're back.
Sorry,
Here-
I went away. You all, because you all froze, and then I was like, I guess that's my problem.
Yeah. So if you want to, if you don't mind,
Where did you lose me?
when I asked you a question, and then if you don't mind repeating your answer.
Totally. I think I was saying for my first character, I think he was, I think originally in seeing this was like, oh, like acting was the way. But I do think him seeing this and the dynamics was like, he was bolstered and like, no, like, fuck this drama. This drama is bad and reminds me of like acting drama. Like I want to like clown with my friends and like solidify with them over the thing that they love. Yeah.
I love the amount of sincerity from everybody in our story of clown college and accounting. This is really like, it's taking it almost to like a BoJack Horseman kind of a place where it's like the literal sad clowns. Let's check in with our writers. Jamie, are there any loose ends or plot threads that we need to close the loop on here at the end of the episode, or even any seeds you'd like to plant for future plot lines?
I think I want to see the character. I want to see our clowns kind of like find their joy again, find their like passion for clowning, and kind of maybe have a moment of seeing that this guy is not so great. That they're still, even if they're this different path they've taken, they're still headed in the right direction. They still have each other. They're not. They're still true clowns, not a weird talking mime like he is. So I want them to have like a good moment of like being inspired.
Yeah, totally. David, same question. Any loose plot threads that you'd like to see tied up, or anything you'd like us to use for future references?
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by the backstory of Jaclyn's character's dad. And I feel like her character is going to have to make peace with his legacy somehow, like kind of accept his creative influence on her as she moves forward. And I see Scott's character, you know, buddying up to Jeff, and maybe the three clowns finagle a spot in as his openers in one of his shows, and that's their next chance to, you know, try again and get back out there.
I love that. Let's check in also with Dylan. Dylan, any plot lines or loose threads that we need to tie up at the end of this?
Yeah, I was also thinking like would love to see them remember their passion for clowning, but I was also thinking, we're forgetting about the accounting aspect of this pilot. And so I think maybe they discover an issue with Jeff Wayne's numbers and are able to send him to jail or something like that, so that he kind of gets his just desserts for what he's done. And, maybe that leads to more opportunities or ruins their big opportunity.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Dylan, would you give us a line of dialogue that you'd like to hear in Act 3?
I think I do love accounting.
I think I love accounting. And Jamie, quick review. Did you hear your line of dialogue in Act 2?
I don't think so. No.
We didn't do it.
Would you remind me what that one was?
I told you not to open that drawer.
Okay, so we have, I told you not to open that drawer, and I think I do love accounting, and then all of the things that no one's thought of yet for Act 3 of Juggling Numbers. Val, are you ready?
Yep, let's do
it.
Guys, come in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going through Jeff's numbers, and I found an anomaly.
Anomaly. No, I told you not to open that drawer because that's where he keeps all of his anomalies. Okay, we can't look there because they don't want us to look there.
I'm not talking about that kind of anomaly. I'm talking about his numbers don't add up. I think he's cooking the books.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Jeff, Jeff, what are you doing? Where did you? That's a squirt gun, right?
Is it? Am I a clown or am I a killer?
I don't.
Add the numbers in my favor.
I can't do that. I have a license. I took an oath.
You took an oath to what you thought was, but you didn't think about what could be.
If it's not a squirt gun, does it have a little flag that says bang?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Maybe. So it wasn't a real gun. Jeff, what is wrong with you? I know that you've been cooking the books at your company that you incorporated for clown reasons. Why would you do something like this? Are you really a fraud?
Gina's right. I also, have you paid a single tax dollar?
No, I haven't. You know why? Because the U.S. government doesn't recognize talking mimes as something to put on your form as a job. And you know what? They especially don't like it when you call your company, yeah, I'm gonna talk. So, no, I didn't. I paid it in monopoly money.
Have to pay real taxes just because you have a fun company doesn't mean you don't.
If I can't have fun, what can I have? If I can't wear this little shirt, if I can't prance, if I can't instead of walk,
you can do all those things, but you have to pay taxes like we all do.
You know who the real clowns are? The IRS.
Jeff, this is why I had to leave, because you're a toxic clown. You're a fraud.
I'm a mother.
You know what? I am gonna make it. I'm gonna be a real clown, and I'm gonna get out of this office, and I'm gonna get back to clowning.
How are you gonna do it? Because I don't think I've seen you do an act in, I don't know, 10 years?
Well, I'm working on the material.
Gina, I do have an idea. We could report Jeff here to the clowns that are the IRS, and I don't know. I did notice when we were looking at your things that you did have a show this evening because I was going to ask if I could attend. But if Jeff is in trouble with the authorities, there may be an opening tonight at the State Theater
I swear to God,
for
I'll fill a bucket with confetti. Don't push me. Don't threaten Jeff the Talking Mime. Because you know what?
I'm just saying, Jaclyn, or Gina, Mark, this could be our chance. Could be our time to shine.
I think we gotta go for it. I think we turn him in. He's always been bad.
And I was planning this routine if you guys wanted to. It's a lot of slip inside work, but I think we could pull it off.
Well, yes, I am very good with oils.
Okay. So Jeff, we have a routine. We have our oil guy, and if you don't let us perform, we'll turn you in.
I have all the evidence right here.
Give me that.
Always go. Don't never leave home without a banana peel.
He slipped. He slipped and slid.
Yeah, just like in our act. Wait, you're smiling.
Oh, I am smiling.
You haven't smiled in so long.
I haven't smiled this much since I got this giant abacus for the office.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I think I do love accounting. I mean, look, it got us a gig.
I got you 5 minutes, which is nothing in clown work.
We can do a lot of slipping and sliding in 5 minutes.
Hey Jeff, I've got a mime for you.
Oh my God, John.
Oy.
That's actually good work.
Really good.
I don't know.
We're gonna kill tonight, guys. And who knows, maybe there'll be, a scout or something in the audience. I mean, they were there for Jeff, maybe they'll be there for us and we'll get another gig out of it.
And even if they don't, we can do this on our own. We should just get back together and account on our friends instead of accounting on people's taxes.
I don't know. Jeff got so lucky with that clown scout. I don't know if we can do it on our own. We need someone to, open the gate for us.
Well, what you didn't know was one of my famous tricks is stealing people's wallets. So I've got his manager's card, and we could just invite them to the show.
You were ready?
No, not at all. But
no, the chances are that they even let us do it are minimal. They'll probably just cancel or who knows. But on the plus side, I did finish that spreadsheet, so we'll be in the clear with the boss later.
got to the boss's office with them in it. And here is your report.
It's on a floppy disk. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Can you just email it to me, maybe? Or I don't know,
First
put it
of all,
up.
feel how floppy it is. It's made of rubber.
Oh, okay, hilarious. But do you have it? If you check Microsoft Teams, I did.
Yeah, we sent it to you on Teams too, but we just wanted to do that.
Yeah, this is literally a floppy disk. We have an Apple IIe in the back. It's good work, though. I think you'll see it's all there. And Jeff was indeed doing fraud.
And it still looks like our clown car color-wise. But you're in it.
Okay, well, it's done. Additional graphics, fine. We don't need those in the future. You can probably spend other time doing other things, but thank you.
I think we're gonna keep putting them in.
But we don't have to. We don't need to. They're not necessary. Uh, I do have a quick question. This weekend is my 12-year-old's birthday. Are any of you maybe
Free?
free?
I'm always free.
Roll credits.
What a beautiful episode of television.
Dylan, your last line
Certainly.
there would have been, there's a great button.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll have to crunch the numbers.
There were some lovely moments in that. I want to go around. We'll check in with our actors first. We'll start with Jaclyn. Jaclyn, is there another show that Juggling Numbers reminds you of, or another show that you would pair with it on a lineup?
For some reason, Just Shoot Me comes to mind. Just because it's sort of like, I don't know, just a workplace, but people are kind of shooting from the hip and being weird, and yeah, that's the one that hits me. And then I still have like Workaholics in the back of my mind, even though very different energy, but the same kind of like three idiots in a place they shouldn't work.
Yeah. Scott, same question. Any other shows that this recalled for you?
Yeah, I was definitely getting Workaholics vibes also, but a little bit of It's Always Sunny also for me. Just like a bunch of people who aren't really doing their job or wanting to do other things. And a little bit blue, a little bit weird.
Yeah, I love that. Harrison, same question. Any other shows that this reminded you of?
Yeah, I was gonna say Sunny too, a little bit. I didn't expect it at the top, and then I think it had parts of it, but like overlaid with clowning. Not so yeah.
And don't let me like inform your character. I trusted you wholeheartedly to build that character, but your character who had a clown nose, I decided he just had that kind of nose.
Thank you. Yeah, that was accurate. That was an accurate read.
Let's check in with our writers. We'll start with Jamie. This show is obviously getting picked up. It's getting a full season. What happens in episode 2?
I think it's the birthday party. I think we need to see the birthday party. And the how that goes, the boss possibly giving in a little bit more because now the clowning, he needs the clowning to go well. So I think that
establishes for us that each episode has accounting and clowning.
Yes, a balance of both. Yes.
David, similar question, but
Yes.
it's at the end of season 1. This is an old school sitcom. We're getting like 22 episodes. What happens in our season finale?
I think one of them gets a big break and leaves the accounting firm. So we end on just sort of a semi cliffhanger of, oh no, the team is getting broken up. And will it work out for them, and will the other two be left behind?
I love a cliffhanger. That's great. Dylan, similar question, but this show is a hit and it runs a long time. Where are we in season 5?
In season 5, I think we're sort of growing tired of the regular cast. We have to bring in some cuteness. So I think we're gonna bring in like a cat and a dog that are sort of like their circus animals that they're like training to do what a lion and an elephant would do, but on a smaller scale.
I love that. Sometimes I feel like there is a little dog in like a clown act sometimes that like jumps up.
Like a poodle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I feel like we really did something tonight. We really created a beautiful piece of sitcom art, a piece of television history. Unfortunately, it's not complete because I'm a believer that a good sitcom has a theme song. And so while we're saying goodnight this evening, we're going to hear the theme song to Juggling Numbers, In the Red parentheses, knows. Everybody watching, thank you so much. Like and subscribe and follow the Trident Network on all social media platforms. If you have Amazon Prime, you can join us on Twitch for free. Everybody in your Twitch screen windows, feel free to do your best opening credits poses while we hear this song. Here comes the theme to Juggling Numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Balls in a juggling.
Good night, everybody.
Now we've got to account.
Bye.